In 2008, 18-year-old Levi Johnston was dragged into the national spotlight as the would-be son-in-law of then vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin. Like the Palin campaign, Levi's engagement to Bristol Palin did not achieve its intended result. Levi and Bristol went their separate ways in 2009. In a bad economy with few marketable skills, Levi found ways to market his celebrity and his genetic gifts. He posed for Playgirl, became a tabloid perennial, briefly reunited with Bristol, which reignited his celebrity heat. And now, bitten by the politics bug, he is a candidate for mayor of Wasilla, a job once held by Sarah Palin. In our spotlight tonight, Levi Johnston. Levi, thanks very much for joining me, coming all the way across the country to be in our new studio here. You're now planning to run for mayor of Wasilla. It's the election's next year, right, 2011. Right. And so will you be running as a Tea Party Republican or as an establishment Republican?
That's actually undecided. I'm registered as a Republican. There's been, you know, most of my family is Republican. I do, however, have one Democrat in my family.
You do?
I do.
Ooh, what's that like on Thanksgiving with the Democrat at the table?
He actually lives in Colorado. He doesn't come around much.
No problem. Right.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm not sure on that yet, but there's some talk about what I'm going to do still.
All right. Now, Bristol had something to say about you running. Let's hear what she had to say with Jay Leno.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you vote for him?
Well, he needs to move to Wasilla, to the city limits. And he needs to get his GED.
You got to get a GED.
So, how you doing on the GED?
You know, it's ready to go. I imagine here in the next month it'll be done, wrapped up.
You're working on it?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, next time you get that GED question, you know, between now and then.
I can't wait to get it.
Yeah. If you get it, I have two words for you. Abraham Lincoln. Okay? that puts it away. You're
all
done.
Right.
Okay? Never graduated from high school. Now, you have actually set a record. Did you know you've set a political record already? You are officially the most unpopular person ever polled by public policy polling in any state. What they do is they poll politicians within their state for popularity. The previous holder of this title was John Edwards. He held that title with a 15% favorable rating and a 72% unfavorable rating in his home state of North Carolina. Your unfavorable rating is tied with Edwards. That's good news. You know, you didn't do any worse than him on that. But in Alaska, 6%. You have a 6% favorable. Now, your election is not until 2011, so there's time to turn this around. You got to turn that 6% into a 56%. How are you going to do that?
You know, those numbers don't surprise me. I'm 20 years old. I'm new to politics. I don't know a whole lot, you know. But this is by far the biggest challenge in my life, and I'm looking forward to it. I have a whole year to study up on it. I mean, it's going to be hard work. And, you know, going around talking to people. This time next year, I will be ready. And I promise you those numbers will be different.
You're studying up. Let's talk about how you're studying up. When it comes to establishing your worldview, I'm just curious, what newspapers and magazines do you read regularly?
I read Frontiersman every once in a while.
Frontiersman?
Frontiersman, Wasilla. The ADN's always at the office. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I read a lot of newspapers. I don't get the New York Times. I don't watch a whole lot of news. I don't watch TV that often.
Okay. And what's your position on global warming? Do you believe it's man-made or not?
No, I don't.
You don't believe it's man-made? Or you do believe it's man-made?
I don't believe it's man-made.
Okay. Now, some people have credited the morning after pill with decreasing the number of abortions. How do you feel about the morning after pill?
I feel, you know, that's the girl's decision. Same with abstinence. I don't believe in abstinence. I feel like if you're having unprotected sex, you get the girl pregnant, you should have the baby, you know. I mean, Trip was the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, but at the same time, I was young, you know, and I imagine where my life would be without him. But at the same time, you know, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe evolution should be taught as an accepted scientific principle or one of several theories?
You're kind of getting over my head on these things here. Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that question.
All right, that's an answer. And that's what I like, is an honest politician who's willing to say, I don't know, when he doesn't know. Would you support a moratorium on foreclosures to help average Americans keep their homes?
I believe I would.
Okay. In Afghanistan, do you believe additional troops, U.S. troops, will solve the problem there?
I have no idea.
Okay, again, that's the kind of honesty that maybe Alaskans will start to turn your way with that kind of honesty. You are of what used to be called draft age, military service age, so, and you probably have friends who've been in Afghanistan or people you know from Alaska who've gone there, but you haven't thought about yet what you would suggest as the best way to go forward there?
No, I have not.
Okay. The United States, as you know, is deeply unpopular in Pakistan. Do you think the Pakistani government is protecting Al-Qaeda within its borders?
Like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of TV.
Frontiersman doesn't have much to say about that, right? When you're reading Frontiersman.
Apparently not, because I'm not brushed up on that.
Just one more of these political things. Do you believe the U.S. should negotiate with leaders like President Assad and Ahmadinejad?
Yeah, I do. I think we should reason with everybody.
All right, there you go. That's the Obama position on that one. You got that one, for a lot of people out there, you got that one right. All those questions were exactly what Katie Couric asked Sarah Palin when she was running for vice president. And let me tell you, she struggled, okay? If you think they were tough, you're not the only one who struggled with those. So, the question America wants to know. Okay, and by the way, relax. We're done with the politics.
I'm good.
We're done with the politics. You've been watching Dancing with the Stars? I can't, because I've got this show I got to do, so I can't watch.
To be honest with you, though, the only time I've watched it was back there in the green room. I've seen it a couple times.
No, come on.
I promise you.
Time.
That's the only time I've seen it on YouTube once. Like her the first dance she did, like 2 days afterwards, I YouTubed it. As far as actually watching the show is a couple minutes ago.
But so what are you doing? I mean, come on. Dancing with the Stars is on. What are you doing instead?
Better things to do. I have, my son to worry about. I got family. I got stuff to do around the house. I got my friends. I got, reading up on all this stuff, trying to become mayor. I got a job. I have much better stuff to do than sit around watching TV.
By the way, where is Tripp during the whole Dancing with the Stars thing?
He's as far as I know.
You're in New York, Bristol. And Bristol's in L.A. most of the time now?
Yeah.
And according to the tabloids, you got a new girlfriend. Do you want to confirm, deny? You want to just,
We did a music video together, and we kicked it off. We had fun. And
Kicked it off? That's
just
Alaskan
hanging out. We hung out. We did great, made a great video together, and... that's it.
All right. Levi Johnston, can't thank you enough for coming across the country and taking on this first national grilling on your political positions.
I'll be better next time, I promise.
Hey, if you read a couple more things than Frontiersman. Okay, Frontiersman's going to help with the Alaskan voter, okay? But an occasional glance at the New York Times, they cover some of that Ahmadinejad stuff. You'll be 3 days. 3 days you'll be up to speed. 5 days, certainly in less than a week, you'll be up to speed with Sarah Palin.
Yeah, all right.
Levi, thanks again for coming in. Levi Johnston, the reality show is Loving Levi, the road to the mayor's office. Thanks, Levi.